People often ask the question, is the American dream dead? I believe the moment we stop dreaming, we might as well be. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, the creator of American Dream TV, a national TV show centered around real estate, lifestyle, and culture. A real show showing you real neighborhoods from real professionals. Today, we're going to take you all across the country, showing you why we live in the greatest country on the planet. Let's get this show started right now. Welcome to the American Dream.
The American Dream.
You're watching The American Dream.
The American Dream.
Showing you the real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
Let's get this party started right now.
Let's go do this.
It is heating up once again.
We're the Davids going up against the Goliath. Real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts.
The staple of the neighborhood. Can't wait to present it to you.
It's all about lifestyle.
In your community.
That's what this show, The American Dream, is all about. Cheers to your American Dream.
I'm Jessica Luther, your realtor and host of The American Dream. Welcome to this special segment highlighting the unique, producer-only Soda City Market in downtown Columbia, South Carolina. This vibrant market showcases food, crafts, produce, and more, making it a must-visit destination for locals and visitors alike. Today, we're going to learn more about this unique, fun Saturday destination from the creator of Soda City himself, Emil DeFelice. Let's go.
Emil, thank you so much for meeting with me this morning.
Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
Yes. Can you tell us a little bit about the history of Soda City?
It's a pretty, it's a human story. Okay.
Okay.
It's a history of desperation. So I was a farmer, and from 1993 to 2013, and in 2005, I was pretty, I would say, desperate to find a place to sell my pork at the time.
Okay.
And so I started this market down the road here a little bit with 5 other vendors, so a total of 6 vendors, just so me and 5 other farmer friends had a place to sell something.
Wow.
And in that time, during those years, their farmers markets really weren't a trend and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So we started with 6 vendors total, and it went on from there. So from 6 vendors, and today we have around 220.
So what makes this market unique?
Well, there's a number of things that make it unique. I would say one of the first things is that this is privately run. This is one of the only self-supporting private markets on the public right-of-way in the United States. Another thing that makes this market unique is the majority of our vendors, females or minorities or people from other countries, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So it's a great business incubator for a lot of folks who might not otherwise have a straight shot to getting a business up off the ground and stood up.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the vendors that you have here.
Well, we have about 35 different countries represented overall. And we divide all our vendors into brain, body, belly.
Okay.
So brain would be things like artwork. Body would be things like jewelry or vintage clothing, and belly would be either farms or ready-to-eat products or bring-home products that you can eat. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not quite the normal thing to have a literal town center, a village square, where everyone knows they can go find other people. You don't have to spend any money here.
Right.
But you can come out, you can meet people, you can have your alone time, you can bring your dog, you can see other dogs,
right.
You can avoid the dogs, whatever you want. This is what human beings like to do.
Yeah, I know when I have clients maybe coming in from another state or city and they want to know, like, okay, we're coming out on Friday. What can we do on Saturday? My answer is always, you should check out Soda City Market. Like,
yes.
You're going to love it.
Yeah.
So, and they always do. I think it's great to bring people in and introduce them to some of the things that Columbia has to offer.
We have a lot of artists, a lot of great cooks, a lot of interesting people here who, like this young man, just a cello player, busker in the middle of the market,
yeah,
and paid vendors, potters, and so forth. So it does give an honest depiction of who we actually are by putting everything into one place. You know, we've managed to put all of our great stuff right out in front in one place on 5 blocks so everyone can see who we are.
Right.
Which
That's
is a great
fantastic.
place.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us this morning.
My pleasure.
Right.
See you on the street.
The market features over 150 vendors, giving anywhere from 7,000 to 15,000 visitors each weekend a diverse range of products to explore. Visitors can enjoy live music, food trucks, and a vibrant atmosphere while browsing the shops. Many vendors at Soda City Market are exclusive to this market, offering one-of-a-kind items that can't be found elsewhere. If you want to live close to the action, you can purchase a condo overlooking Main Street for $300,000 to $350,000. Condos in capital places include 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and the ability to walk to work, the local coffee shop, dinner, and of course, the Soda City Market. Thank you for joining me on Main Street in Columbia, South Carolina, where every Saturday, locals and visitors alike can enjoy the vibrant culture and flavors of Soda City Market. Until next time, I'm Jessica Luther, selling your American dream.
Welcome to American Dream TV. My name is Terrence Guest, your host, and today we're meeting with, I'll say a legend. Some say a connector. Some say the big homie. Mr. Sean Langston, you're up next on American Dream TV. As promised, we are here with I call him the big homie, but also we call him the connector, Mr. Sean Langston. Sean, brother, it's good to see you today, man.
Hey, man, good to see you too, brother.
Man, Sean,
Yes,
where are we at today? What is this place?
Yeah, man, so we call this the Langston Oasis, man. We got the little sign, poolside paradise. Me and my family, we spend a lot of time here.
I met you 10 years ago, right? And I got connected to you, which is one of the best connections I've ever had.
Likewise.
But Sean, when we sit down and we talk about real estate, right? We talk about business. What does that mean to you, right here, in the heart of Charlotte, North Carolina?
Being in Charlotte, man, we're really blessed, right? We kind of take it for granted, right? I was talking to a guy from upstate New York, and I was telling him about the new home communities we had down here. And he's like, oh, we only get those like once every 2 or 3 years. I'm like, what are you talking about? So that's one thing. The weather is beautiful. There was a recent article that said 117 people come to Charlotte every single day.
Wow.
All those people coming here, they need somewhere to live. And so we're in that business. And I just, I felt like it was an opportunity for me to serve at different levels. Like I've been a real estate broker for almost 18 years.
Yes.
I started investing, started doing a little bit of development.
Right.
I just want to continue to elevate and provide services to the community, right? And just, do what's needed.
For the folks just out in TV land, what's the importance of investing and being an owner, just from your perspective up here?
Oh man, I can go on and on, but a few things I'll mention why it's important to be an owner, because you have more say-so, right? You have more say-so, you have more control, right? As that property goes up in value, like I said, you get that equity. But maybe you don't want to access the equity. You can leave that property to a family member. You can rent it to a family member. You can use it as an Airbnb. You can get tax write-offs. So I love when you can do multiple things with one thing.
How many homes on average are you actually developing or actually creating or building in a year?
We've done about 8 infill lot development, properties or what have you. We like to do about 2 to 3, 4 a year. And, that's been a game changer, man. Like we just closed on a young lady, VA, matter of fact, veteran, and she was able to get in the house and she got money back because she put down an earnest money deposit. And with, she got money back, man. So those are the stories I love to share. Not only just, doing well, but doing good at the same time.
And then when you talk about, lastly, we talked about showing the connector, right? What allows you to be able to do that? Like, why do we call you the connector? Why do we call you the Godfather? Why are you the big homie?
Yeah, man, T, I think that really it came from my mom and my dad, a mixture of my parents, right? My mom was always helping people, right? And when I was younger, I didn't understand it. Because we were what you call, marginalized in the hood. And I felt like we didn't have enough, but she was always helping people, right? Yeah. And her whole saying was something real simple. She was just a high school educated. She said, what would it hurt? to help somebody. That's what she always used to say to us, right? So as a young person, it used to frustrate me, right? I'm like, we barely making it and you helping other people, whatever.
Right.
But as I got older, I saw that impact it had on the people in the community, the people that she was helping. My dad was just a very giving person, right? You know, and one of his favorite words were, keep things in perspective.
Man, that's how you're able to be successful as a husband, as a broker in charge, as a real estate developer, but more importantly, man, you've been my friend, so I appreciate you.
Hey, likewise, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sean Langston, a true American hero right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Welcome to the American Dream. I'm your host, Melissa Sprouse-Brown, and today we're going to enjoy a slice of Americana at the Chapin Labor Day Parade and Festival in Chapin, South Carolina. There's so much to see and do. There's a parade, there are vendors, there's a car show, there are food trucks. Let's go check out what's going on. Today we are here with Nicole Burrows, who's the administrator for the town of Chapin at the Chapin Labor Day Parade. Thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you for being here. It's our favorite time of year.
Favorite time of year. So this is the 43rd annual parade?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, how did the parade come about?
So obviously 40 plus years ago, they were looking for something special to do. I think other places already had their type Christmas parade or the Gilbert Peach Festival or whatever the thing was, Okra Strut. And we said, you know, we want something unique and special, and we're a very patriotic town. So Labor Day seemed like a perfect fit, and you had everybody off for the holiday, so it just kind of worked.
Absolutely. Well, it's more than just a one-day event. Tell me what happens during the Labor Day weekend.
So the week leading up, we actually do a restaurant week, and so we participate with all the local restaurants, encourage people and visitors to come visit our lovely, amazing restaurants and food and get to try something maybe they don't typically get to try. And then we start with a 5K, which Fidelis Family Retreat actually hosted this year. And then we do a Latin night on Saturday night.
Oh, that sounds fabulous.
Yes, it was amazing, very family friendly. It was great, and if you like dancing, that's your opportunity. And then we do a country western on Sunday, and so that's our Boots on Buford. And you can see several of the vendors that were there last night were here today. It was a wonderful night, under the stars, beautiful, and then torrential downpour right at 10 o'clock. So it ended up being fine. Everything was great. And then obviously we start the festivities early this morning.
So I noticed this year you had a Western theme. Tell me about that.
So every year we do a different theme. Former mayor actually used to dress up. So he's been everything from a railroad conductor to, you know, a sheriff, whatever the case has been. And this year we did New Frontiers, which could be considered country western or new beginnings, a new development, new opportunities. And Chapin's really at the crest of that. So we're very excited about what we have in the future.
Absolutely. So I know we hear the train behind us. You mentioned that this grew up as a railroad town. Is that right?
Yeah, it's always been a railroad town. When Martin Chapin decided to found it, he really came to the Piney Woods because of a medical issue. And so he ended up making a lot of money off timber and needed the railroad. And so it ended up that this has been a huge part of our history all throughout the town. You can see the town is pretty much designed around this railroad.
Right, absolutely, because it does go right through the center.
I just tell people the noise is part of our charm, right? It's part of the ambiance. So.
It is part of the ambiance. So what does a festival like this mean for your town?
Our businesses see lots of increased foot traffic, and we get lots of visitors to the area. So it means a lot from the small business, but it also means a lot from the government. So all of my council members are here, the mayor's here.
That's
they
so
participate,
important.
they volunteer. And then I was telling you earlier, we have a huge volunteer staff that helps pull off the event. And I have a town of Chapin staff that actually give me extra hours, come in on the weekends, work late at night last night with the rain coming down. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. So we're so lucky to have the blessed staff and volunteers that we've got.
How many volunteers do you think it takes to put on a festival of this size?
I would say at least 50 to 60. Now they might do various things. Some do bigger parts, some do smaller parts, but it's about 50 to 60 volunteers. And on a town that's this small, 2.17 square miles, that's a lot. So we're very grateful for those.
That is a lot. So how long does it take you to plan this event? You start like a year from now?
Well, we start tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I don't know if you know that or not. We start tomorrow.
Start tomorrow.
Yes. No, we pretty much start, I would say, about January February, we start having our initial meetings and then really pick up at the beginning of summer. And then towards the end of summer, we're kind of on the tail end, just buttoning up things. And we love that.
Absolutely. I love it too. Thank you so much for hosting us.
Of
It was
course,
great to
pleasure
be with
meeting
you.
you.
Thank you so much. Today we've been at the Chapin Labor Day Parade and Festival in beautiful Chapin, South Carolina. There's been so much to see and do. We've had a parade, lots of vendors, this amazing car show, these beautiful vehicles, and I'm so glad I had the opportunity to share this slice of the American dream with you and know that whatever your American dream is, you have the freedom to achieve it. See you next time.
Dell said here, let's put our Christmas presents away and keep them a while. They're too nice to use just at present. I sold the watch to get the money to buy you combs. And I suppose you put the chops on. Riverside Cemetery is a resting place of not only William Sidney Porter, who lived in Asheville, North Carolina for a period of time. It is also a resting place to some of Asheville's most prominent citizens like Thomas Wolfe. For a fascinating stroll through history, head over to Riverside Cemetery with 87 acres of rolling hills and gardens. It is located near downtown Asheville in the historic Munford neighborhood. A portion of Munford is a National Register historic district with over 600 buildings, mostly residences built between 1890 and 1920. You can take a drive-in or a walk-in tour to see a variety of architectural influences reflecting the cosmopolitan character of Asheville during the turn of the 20th century. And if you prefer a more self-guided tour, then I highly recommend you start it at neighborhood's favorite All Day Darling Cafe. And it wouldn't be Asheville Historic Neighborhood without Asheville's Munford Park Players, which is North Carolina's longest-running Shakespeare theater company. Many of the grand homes in Munford have been restored in recent years, including a dozen or so bed and breakfast inns.
My name's Shawnee Gruber. I'm one of the owners of the Inn on Munford. We've lived here for 7 years. The home was built in 1900 by Richard Sharp Smith, who was the lead architect for the Biltmore. This was one of Richard Sharp Smith's signatures, the corner fireplace. So that was kind of interesting. Also of note in this room, but a lot of wonderful things happen in this room throughout the year. We do weddings in here. One of the things about this room is the floors are like a quilt. The home has all original glass windows. The home is an arts and crafts design, so all the doors and windows are really big. So I like antiques that work. And so I'm really fond of the old typewriters and the old sewing machines, things that, that it's incredible that they created them. Yes. and that they still work. So that is an electric typewriter from 1960. It's a large font typewriter. This is just kind of a welcoming room, and with all the sunlight, it's enjoyed all year long.
Thank you for joining me on the tour of historic Munford here in Asheville, North Carolina. And I will catch you on the next episode when we enjoy our fall colors. Bye for now.
Welcome to ADTV. I'm Kate Kasab. This is Tom Kasab, and we're at Backwater Landing to give you a tour.
We got some great properties to show you today.
What was your inspiration in creating this beautiful development? We love Backwater Landing.
Well, my wife Wiley wanted to retire in this area. So when we came down, we basically tried to find a need and fill it. And when we saw how expensive real estate on this lake was, we felt that creating a little getaway at small cottages where people could come for weekends and that, it could be very affordable the way we were doing it. When we found it, it was really isolated and in the woods, and yet within 5 miles, we have a hospital, shopping center, all the grocery stores. Whatever you need is within 5 miles, and yet when you come to this property, you feel like you're in the wilderness.
This is your beautiful wife right here.
She is an interior designer, and anything that we've done, she was very instrumental in the coloring, the selections, and things like that.
So Joe, it's been almost 28 years since you started Backwater. Did you ever dream it would be what it is today?
Well, we never felt at any time that this was not going to be successful. But the growth factor, when we started out, our price range was so much lower, and yet where it has increased is the quality of people that have bought in here. They wanted more, they wanted this, and we accommodated them, and it has evolved itself into, we consider, a first-class community.
Well, I think you and Wiley make a great team and really have done an amazing job developing this community and bringing it to what it is today.
It was a labor of love.
Well, everybody loves it.
So here we are at The Ridge. This is our premium luxury product of Backwater Landing on Lake Huey, the southern tip of Lake Huey. Just under $1 million, you can have this beautiful home.
Incredible location, south end of the lake, near all the restaurants, Prisma Hospital, YMCA, you got it all right here.
And Clemson University. So this room was really designed for 4 captain's beds for the grandkids to come and visit. And then out behind us is my favorite, the second master upstairs, which has its own private balcony. Chef's kiss. This home just has spectacular views. You're sitting up high, and look at this.
South end of the lake, lots of activity with boats, keeps everything lively. And there's the peninsula with the cottages at Backwater, and you can see both sides of the peninsula there.
We would definitely love to share with you anything more about Backwater Landing and this community that has something for everyone. So this was our first cottage, so we love it. We've sold it twice, family has purchased it, and now a new owner is about to take it over.
We absolutely love Cottage 64. It has these beautiful hardwood floors, this gorgeous furniture. It has that beautiful staircase, that solid oak. When you come here to Backwater and you're in space like this that's got water all around, you just don't want to leave.
From American Dream TV, I am Kate Kasab. This is Tom Kasab. Thank you so much for visiting us today. See you next time.
See you on the lake.
Just 30 minutes west of the hustle and bustle of uptown Charlotte, you'll find a hidden gem. Veronét Vineyards and Winery. Set on acres of lush vineyards, this stunning property is perched at the highest point of the estate, where cooling breezes and panoramic views of Crowder's Mountain and the Pinnacle await you. It's a place where exceptional wine meets breathtaking scenery, creating the perfect escape from city life. Hi, I'm Tiffany Moton, your host of the American Dream TV, and today we're diving in the heart of this incredible property. We'll meet the visionary behind Veronét and uncover what makes this winery truly unique. So let's head in and meet with Monique Sullivan, founder of Veronét Wineries. Thank you so much, Monique, for having us today. So can you tell our viewers what inspired you to start Veronét? Could you tell us how you got started in the wine industry?
Yeah, so it's basically just a passion for wine. I'm from a very corporate world, so is my husband, and we both really loved wine. And it was one of the things we would do together was taste wine, and we started blind tasting wine against each other kind of as a fun activity. And we wanted to do something in nature, and we thought, well, what better way to bring both those passions together than to like make wine. We love wine, we love nature. He grew up farming, so it was a good fit.
What makes Veronét different from all the other wineries in the region?
Our approach to wine is basically it should be a comfort. We wanted it to be really approachable. We focus on a really unstuffy experience. We focus on something really nature-centric and that you can share with friends and family and come and hang out and spend the whole day, which is a little bit beyond kind of the traditional just taste it and go. And that was really what we wanted to build here.
So beautiful. Could you tell us what type of grapes you grow?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're standing in the Chambourcin block. Chambourcin is something called a hybrid grape, and it grows really well in North Carolina. But we also grow some of your more traditional grapes. We grow Cabernet Franc, we grow Syrah, we grow Gruner Veltliner, and also Traminette and Merlot.
Oh, I love it. Wait, do I see a grape here?
Oh yeah,
wow.
I think you might have a little one there you can try.
Oh, okay, we're gonna try.
Yeah, that's the Chambourcin grape. A little different than your table grapes.
Delicious.
They're
so
my favorite.
Fresh.
Right off the vine.
So Monique, can you tell us a little bit more about the harvesting process? I don't know if I'm that familiar with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we just recently started our harvest here, and we'll work systematically through the vineyard. But basically, once the grapes turn color, because they stay green most of the year, and they get to a certain sugar content, which means they're sweet enough to make the wine, then we go through and we harvest. And harvest is very exciting. We start around 3 o'clock in the morning with headlamps. It's very glamorous. Out here, rolling our netting down, cutting everything off, and the crews will work pretty much through the night because we want to retain that freshness in the berries. The sun comes out and makes them more sweet, but what we're looking for is really fresh, crisp fruit. So yeah, we harvest at night and we take it straight down to our winery building back there and process the wine.
Could you talk to us a little bit more about some of the challenges that you face with running such a beautiful vineyard?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's farming and wine is glamorous and it tastes delicious and you enjoy it on vacation, but it's farming. And so you have to contend with the weather. You have to contend with the birds. Rain when you don't want it and no rain when you want it. And just, really giving it your all and being out here hands-on with the land. And it's very rewarding, but anybody who's ever farmed will tell you, very challenging.
I thank you so much for your insight. And Monique, thank you so much for having us today. And yeah, I look forward to trying everything.
Absolutely, we're so glad you could come and you could enjoy this beautiful day on the estate with us.
Thank you.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us today.
Of course.
Could you tell our guests what they can expect from a wine tasting here at Veronét?
Absolutely. So here at Veronét, we do tasting flights. Great approachable option to trying our wines. It's 3 pours that they can choose from. We have customizable flights or pre-selected, depending on how adventurous you are. We do have associates that are more than happy to walk guests through the menu and give suggestions and recommendations. We are in the process of bringing back our private tours and guided tasting for more in-depth options for those wine aficionados that really want that education.
I love it. What a beautiful place and an inspiring story. Whether you're a wine enthusiast or just looking for a great spot to hang out, Veronét Vineyards and Winery is your place. That's a wrap for this episode of the American Dream TV. Continue to follow us for hidden gems and stories around the country. I'm your host, Tiffany Moton. Until next time, cheers.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the American Dream TV. We created this show to combat negative media, to show that the American Dream is alive and well by showing you real stories in real neighborhoods. Thank you so much for watching the show, and cheers to your American Dream.